coordinator of the year 3 weeks into the season is Brian Flores. I mean, man, another masterpiece. Their first-round pick, who was it, Dallas Turner, the edge rusher from Alabama? He's out. Remember, they had 2 first round. They traded back and got Turner. And, of course, they got J.J. McCarthy. He got hurt in the preseason. He's on IR. But Flores, man, 7 points to a red-hot quarterback. I was just talking about C.J. Stroud, folks, as possibly being the MVP of the league. You can't make this stuff up. They're the most shocking team of the league because they got it on both sides. You know, you could still run a little bit on the Saints, and I'll talk about them here in a minute. But this Flores is just, man, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me go here and see if I can get this stat line here. By the way, Sam Darnold, he's going to be okay as well. He got banged up in that game, but 4 touchdowns, no interceptions for Darnold. 119 quarterback rating here. And 2 interceptions there for C.J. Stroud. That defense was all over him, man. It's like they had 15 guys out there. And now I'm going to have to go back and look. Yeah, by the way, Bills are up 13-3, and Bengals scored out of the tunnel here. Jamar Chase, of course, from Joe Burrow, 41-yard touchdown. Yeah, I kind of figured that. I'm not as good as I once was, if I ever was. Yeah, 34-7. Flores defense, man. Stroud, man, 68.6 quarterback rating. What did he have? QBR 25.1. That got to him 4 sacks, 2 interceptions there for C.J. Stroud. Playing out of this world, not so much against this Brian Flores-led defense here. I got this from Art Morvo from his ex-handle was My Sports Update. He works with the 33rd team. He says the Vikings have recorded 5 sacks in week 1, 6 sacks in week 2, 5 sacks in week 3, are the 3rd team since 1990 to have at least 5 sacks in each of their first 3 games of the season, joining the 2001 Saints and the 2000 Buccaneers. Really good teams there, especially that Buccaneer team went on later to win the Super Bowl just a few short years later. Now, statistically, that Pittsburgh team is the best defense for us. Now yards allowed overtaking Tennessee and points allowed as Pittsburgh. But if I were ranking them going against quality opponent, playing that 49er team and playing the Texans, you got to give the crown to Flores' defense and, of course, that Minnesota roster there. And it's not even a bunch of superstars. They've got Harrison Smith on there, who's a little long in the tooth, pretty big name, former Pro Bowler there. And, of course, you got Stephon Gilmore. He's 34 years old, long in the tooth as well. But these guys, they get sacks, they run stunts, they run blitzes. He throws you need a guy like that running your defense to beat a guy like I started to say Joe Burrow, like a Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you need a guy like that. You know, I'll put it this way. If somehow Detroit could have moved off Aaron Glenn and got Brian Flores with their talent on both sides of the ball, I would pick him not to just get to the Super Bowl, but to win the whole thing.